Easy, easy. You can't move. You have a serious head injury. Albina Pavlovna, do you know where you are?
Why am I in the hospital?
You tried to kill yourself. Jumped off the balcony.
This is some kind of mistake.
It's gonna be okay.
I need to make a phone call. Where's Igor?
We'll call your family. We'll find out.
Just get Igor.
Don't worry. Everything's going to be all right. You'll feel better soon.
Alechka, what a blessing you've regained consciousness. It's a miracle you survived.
Natasha, everyone tells me I tried to kill myself and I don't remember it at all.
You have a severe head injury. Alia, don't be nervous. You're having memory lapses now. I couldn't find your cell phone. I bought you a new one.
That's good. I have to call Igor.
Igor? Who's Igor?
He's my fiancé. We were together at my dad's anniversary party.
Ali, you were there alone.
Weird. Didn't I introduce Igor to my dad? Where's Dad? Why have you come alone?
Alia, you need to remember everything. I know someone who can help you.
A life that is slipping away. Episode 1.
The subscriber's device is turned off or is out of range.
Albina Pavlovna, hello.
Hello there.
My name is Vadim Sergeyevich Bogachev, a psychiatrist. I have been practicing memory restoration with the help of hypnosis. Natalia sent me.
It's a pleasure.
Say, would you mind if we had our first hypnosis session now?
Sure thing.
Look into the center of my hand. Your eyelids are growing heavy. Your eyes are closing. You're falling asleep. With each inhale and exhale, you will sleep more deeply and soundly. Now I'm going to ask you to travel back to the events of the last few months. Try to highlight the most important things.
The most important, I remember, well, the day Igor and I met. It was about a month ago. Yes, it was a very hard morning. I had a complicated case.
Charge it.
Aortic valve defect. A young girl, 7 years old, Lena Krasanova.
Do you remember the names of all your patients?
Yes, almost all of them. But I remember Lena because what happened was a miracle.
What's she doing? Open chest massage.
Her heart stopped during the surgery. We had to do an open chest massage for 4 minutes. The girl was between life and death. That's a critical time. 5 minutes and she'd be brain dead. And so I had stopped believing that I could save her.
It's up and
But
running.
I did. It's working. Clamp. Drying.
She fought hard for that girl. Yeah, she treats every child as her own. Doesn't she have any? It's about time.
You see, Albina Pavlovna is not a beauty I don't know. She's too serious. Men are afraid of her. Zero feminine charm. Men don't like things like that.
But she's a brilliant surgeon.
What's left for her to do?
Hello? Yeah, Dad.
Hey, what's wrong with your voice?
Oh, it's nothing. How are you?
I'm all right. Where did you disappear to? Are you coming tonight?
No, I can't do today.
Why not? We've not seen you in a week.
Dad, I was there 3 days ago. I have a conference presentation today. I told you. Did you forget?
Oh, yeah. I forgot, sorry. Well, at least call me tonight and let me know how it went. And also, please come tomorrow night, okay?
Dad. Yes, I gotta go.
How was the surgery?
Successful. We replaced the damaged aortic valve. Breathing and heartbeat are normal. By tomorrow morning, Nina will be moved from the ICU to a regular room and you'll be able to visit her.
Thank you so much, Albina Pavlovna. I knew Lena was in good hands. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I have to go.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Albina Pavlovna, sign this discharge, please.
All right.
I told you it's going to be okay. Vilenskaya is a genius surgeon. You hear me? It's okay.
Thank you for this delightful report. Dear colleagues, our next speaker is Albina Vilenskaya, candidate of medical sciences, pediatric cardiac surgeon. Please welcome.
International Medical Conference, 2018.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, over the past year...
We can't hear you. In the past year, our medical center has performed 900 surgeries to correct congenital
Can't hear, the microphone's not working.
Of them, 190...
I can't hear you.
Invasive method, and 210...
Microphone. You need to turn it on.
And 210 endoscopically. Performing these surgeries on children is sometimes very difficult. However, these methods allow the surgeon to reduce the amount of intervention.
And next?
Next.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and dear colleagues.
So I also have this fear of public speaking. Something always goes wrong. I finish my report and join the audience.
We think this is the way forward, and we will keep improving.
I liked your report, Albina Pavlovna.
The operation
Thank
was
you.
needed for a patient with
Do I know
fatal
you?
metastasis.
No. Igor Terniavsky.
Atypical
It's a pleasure.
hypertension. And because of the lack of oxygen, the heart cannot cope with the strain, and gradually it fails.
Doctor?
We
No.
saw a way that we could potentially reduce the risk.
I'm in the medical device business. Our firm is reliable and we work with leading manufacturers. I can give you more details in a meeting.
I see. We already have a supplier. Thank you.
I'm sorry, that's not what I meant.
In total, the operation lasted
Excuse
about
me.
8 hours.
I have to go. Our first meeting with Igor could have also been our last. But fortunately, things turned out differently. Why don't you go to room 302? And then come back to me.
Thank you, Doctor.
He'll be waiting for you, okay? Good. I'll see you later. Yes, please come in. Hello there.
Hello, I wanted...
Look, I thought I told you yesterday that we don't need a supplier.
No, you have the wrong idea. It's not about equipment. It's just that... I really don't know why I started saying that in the first place.
That's an odd quality for a sales manager. Are those for me?
Oh, yes. Yes. I'm not the manager, I'm the owner of the firm, and when I saw you yesterday, I really liked you, and you really caught my eye. So can I buy you dinner?
Dasha, you know, yesterday after the operation, I heard some nurses talking. They were discussing me. She's not pretty, she's too serious, female charm zero, things like that.
They're just jealous.
What for?
What do you think? You're young, good-looking, healthy, an excellent specialist, and your dad is rich.
So you think that someone might actually still like me?
Jesus, Alia, of course they can. By the way, a colleague of Alex is coming to visit today. A very, 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 very good-looking man.
So tonight?
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't. I'm seeing my dad.
Again with Daddy. Oh, Alia, he'll keep you on a short leash until you retire. Let's go to our place, and we can invite Alex. He will also get champagne.
No, I definitely can't tonight.
Oh. No, I can't today either. A woman in labor and she happens to be 45 years old. IVF twins. She's having a C-section. So much for modern women.
I should have a baby. For myself.
And for Dad.
You know, he would be very pleased.
Yes, Dad will be very happy. But you've already given up on your happiness, yes?
Maybe I'll surprise all of you.
Okay. So where are you now?
At the restaurant. I'm on my first date with Igor. I'm still so amazed I agreed to go. Thanks a lot. I didn't expect it from myself. I'd forgotten the last time I went on a date. Igor was so easy, and he was so relaxed, so interesting. I knew at first sight that he was my man.
They have a lovely beef bourguignon, a nice goat cheese salad, and if you don't mind, I'll pick the wine. A dry, white wine.
How did you guess?
I think you and I are quite alike. And I chose what I usually prefer to drink myself.
So you like good food?
Yes, and I love to cook. And I always love to share the pleasure.
Will you share it with me?
Pasha, you hardly ate anything.
No appetite. None at all.
Is it because Albina didn't eat with us? Pasha, she's a big girl now. She can't spend all her evenings with you. She needs to be allowed to live her own life.
Do I have anything against that? When she ends up finding a decent man, I'll be happy. But so far, it's only always ended badly.
You won't let her take a step. You always have an opinion.
And I'm allowed to, because she's a great professional and she's also a really great person. That's the most important thing, and the fact that my opinion of her boyfriends does not change is for me to worry about.
Pasha, she also has to be allowed to live her own life. And experience the world for herself. Even if it goes badly, and with her classmate you overreacted, you should have let her figure it out for herself.
You're really saying that while she's exploring, I must sit back and watch some provincial rascal?
All right, sit.
Tries to win my daughter's heart.
Have you ever thought he might have really meant it?
I can see them from miles away. All these hunters who are after my money.
And when I married you 20 years ago, everyone around me thought it was for the money. But I just fell in love with you like crazy.
I would give anything to get that time back.
Well, we never got married, although we lived together. For about 11 years. She had said that she loved somebody else, Maybe that's why I moved to Moscow.
How do you like it here?
Well, it's a great city for business. Lots of opportunities. And my company's doing very well now, so I'll be able to buy an apartment. The only thing is, I'm not used to being alone.
What about your friends?
I don't have many yet. You know the joke. When you see a man drinking alone, you shouldn't just jump to conclusions about what kind of man he is. What if he's a sole proprietor at a company party?
My dad says a man should never be bored by his own company. Then others will find him interesting.
Your dad is a wise man.
My dad happens to be the wisest man that I know.
Let's go back. I can see you love him very much.
Of course, he's the best father in the world.
I think the man you choose will have a hard time.
Why's that?
Because you'll keep comparing him to your father.
Well, if I compare him in the first place, then he doesn't stand a chance. You know, my dad's opinion is very important, and he always turns out to be right in the end.
What does he do?
He's,
Thank you.
He's retired. He used to be an engineer at the plant.
Another coincidence.
Yes?
Yeah. Mine was the head technologist. And your mom?
My mom died when I was 10 years old, and my dad raised me alone.
I'm sorry. I lost both my parents pretty early, too. And I still am not over it.
The cab will be here in a minute. Igor, thank you. I had a wonderful time.
I haven't had such a good time in a long while. I feel at ease with you, as if I've known you all my life.
I feel the same way.
I'm sorry, something came over me. I'm just really drawn to you.
Flowers in the cab.
And what have you got there?
The guest list for our anniversary.
Ah, why all the pomp? I would really prefer to celebrate this quietly at home, and just with members of our family.
Alas, not possible. You, my dear, are one of the best lawyers in Russia. So you'll get a telegram from the president, a TV shoot, and a banquet for 300 guests. Well, all right, 200, but no less.
Natasha. You know you're the most beautiful woman in the world, don't you? Tell me, do men still court you? As for you, is there anyone that you're attracted to?
Don't be silly now. I'm going to bed. Good night, dear.
Good night, my dear.
It was a wonderful night. I dread to think that I have to leave you and do things in the real world until later tonight.
Then maybe you shouldn't leave. Those were also the best 2 weeks of my life. We were together almost all the time, waking up and falling asleep together, cooking and walking, laughing, and then being silly. Maybe it wasn't a big deal looking back. And looking at things from the outside, it was unreal. I had never loved anyone like that. My whole universe was centered on him. It was such happiness.
Here we go.
I didn't want to tell anyone about it. And it's almost impossible to describe. There are no words. The whole time I felt like I was flying in a fairy tale. It was a dream. It was magic.
Okay then. What happened next?
After that, reality started imposing on our happiness. Hello? Yes, Natasha.
Alia, Dad had a heart attack last night.
A heart attack? Did you call a doctor?
Yeah, the ambulance came. This time it was okay.
Who is it? What's wrong?
Are you alone?
Sure, yeah, I'll be right there. Father! Father. Oh, you gave me such a fright.
Well, it serves you right. You're a very cool girl. That's what you get when you leave an old man alone for 2 weeks.
I'm sorry. Forgive me, please. What did the doctor say?
The doctor said complete rest, and your father's going to court tomorrow.
Daddy?
I'm in my 70s, and I have an inoperable erratic aneurysm, and you know exactly what that means. I don't have much time left, and I don't want to spend it all lying down on a couch. And anyway, there's never been a time in my life where I've walked away from a client.
You have associates and a whole law firm.
Dad, you need to take care of yourself. At least do it for me and for Natasha. Have you thought about what would happen to us?
Good for you, child. It's a good thing you brought that up. You know that I've drawn up a will, don't you?
I don't want to hear anything more about it.
And Natasha and I agreed that I'd leave her the house, as well as the car. And then you will get everything else.
Father, that's not fair at all. Natasha is your wife. And she's entitled to half, I suppose.
Alia, listen to me. Your father and I have already agreed on everything. God didn't give us any children, so you're the only heir. Don't worry about me. Your father helped me make my career. Because of him, I have my own notary firm. And I earn more than I can spend.
The will was drawn up according to the rules. It's kept at the notary, Martina, and you know her. So now we can talk about some other and more pleasant things.
Yeah, like the upcoming anniversary. You still haven't approved the list of questions for the interview.
Natasha, I said let's talk about pleasant things.
I'm so glad you got off work. It's been so hard for me. I don't want to lose my father.
Stop it. Stop it. People can live for decades with this diagnosis. He'll be fine.
Well, some people live and some people go in one day. You have to keep a regimen. And Daddy wants to go back to work.
I thought you said he was retired.
Well, actually, he's a lawyer. Pavel Vilensky, heard of him?
Oh, yes, of course. I thought you two were namesakes.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you right away.
What your father does doesn't matter to me, and I'm sure he's a great guy because he has such a beautiful daughter. I think it's about time I met him.
Well, it's not a good time.
I think it's the most appropriate. I really don't know how to do it. I guess it's like this. Or this. Will you marry me? I know that we haven't known each other for very long, but I can't be without you. I love you so much. I want us to be together forever.
So unexpected.
I don't get it. Yes or no?
Yes. Well, yes. Yes. It's my dad's anniversary on Friday. That's the perfect time for you two to meet.
That's great.
Yes?
criminal has the right to legal defense. But would you defend, for example, the organizer of terrorist attacks or a murder of children?
No, of course not. An attorney has the right to refuse a client. And I'm a human like everyone else, and I have my own rules.
So what if you took on a case and only found out later that your client was guilty?
Well, in that case, there would be no way for me to withdraw from the process. And as for the client, they can withdraw from my services at any time. But I can't abandon a client. I'll do whatever it takes to defend them.
Thank you very much. Turn it off.
What about the Panin case? Pavel Olegovich.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Pavel
Thank you very
Olegovich.
much.
Congratulations.
It's my pleasure too.
Congratulations on your anniversary. All
Thank
the best.
I'm sorry, I wanted to tell you myself.
You don't know who you're messing with.
Hi, Dad.
Hi.
Hi, Natasha.
Alexka, hi.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, darling.
Is everything all right?
Good. Go on.
I don't know what's going on. It's like everything stopped.
Think back in detail. What happened after that? You had gone to say hello to your father at the party.
I know I saw Igor. Someone was making a toast. Yes, Larionov, I think. And Dad was in a mood as we raised our glasses. And then he collapsed.
Ambulance now!
What now? Is he dead now?
Yeah. The next morning in the hospital.
Why didn't anyone tell me this before?
Well, that's because you just recovered from a suicide attempt.
There was no suicide attempt. I would never have jumped off the balcony. I know the value of life.
And I know how cruel life can be. You lost your mom when you were 10. Now your father died. After your mother died, you also tried to throw yourself out of a window.
No, I was just trying to get attention. It wasn't really a suicide attempt.
Maybe not. But a week ago, you made a real attempt.
I really couldn't do that. Something else must have happened to me. Please help me remember what it was. Now.
Okay. Now your eyelids are getting heavy. Travel back to the day after your father's funeral.
The thing is, your father has made a new will, Alia. It was in the hospital, when he regained consciousness half an hour before he died, and it's certified.
In emergencies, the chief medical officer can do that.
2 witnesses from the nursing staff. I do have to warn you that the contents of this new will may come as a very unpleasant surprise to one of you.
Ira, don't drag it out.
According to the new will, Albina is no longer entitled to any inheritance.
Albina? Are you sure you didn't get anything mixed up?
No, Natasha. You still get the house and the car, but as for Albina's share, which includes bank accounts, income from the law firm, and the international real estate, if there are no other heirs within 6 months, in this case, unfortunately, it all goes to the state.
On the count of 3, you will wake up. 1, 2, 3. It was on that day, Albina Pavlovna, when you learned of the new will, that you came home at around 1 in the morning and jumped off the balcony.
I don't believe you. It simply can't be. can't wrap my head around it. I couldn't have lost it.
Alia, we've questioned the entire staff. You also weren't wearing a ring on admission.
But I never took it off. It was a gift from Igor.
Hello there.
Afternoon.
Natasha, why did you bring me to this house? I mean, it's your house now.
Stay with me for a while. You can't be alone. You're much too weak.
Yeah, you're probably right. I just don't see how I can be in this house without Dad.
Yeah, I can't get used to it either. I have to go somewhere now. Will you be fine?
I think so. Natasha, you were with him, weren't you?
Yes.
I was asleep. Tell me, why did my dad leave me without an inheritance?
I really don't know. Pasha had regained consciousness for literally 20 minutes, and I didn't even have time to get to the hospital.
The subscriber is back online.
Yes.
Yes, my love. Yes, I'm already here. Well, of course I'll be waiting. All right. Okay, bye.
Husband.
Masha, at the beginning of the month, I transferred you the same amount as usual. Please, can you confirm you received it? I hope you're doing well. I think about you often, and I really hope that I was able to at least partially correct the mistake that I made long ago.
Why did you turn your father's phone on? How did you get the password?
I guessed it. The password is my date of birth.
Alia, you can't read other people's messages. Do you think your dad would be happy to know you're poking around in his private business?
I just wanted to understand why he disinherited me. Maybe there are children I don't know about. Children out of wedlock that we don't know anything about.
What bastard children are you talking about?
Natasha, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Inbox. Detective Agency. Surveillance report. Photo on Velenskaya. Delete. Delete.
Okay, so he won't answer his phone. What about home? And did you call his office?
Look, he lives somewhere in Alto Vivo. I've never been to his house or office. I only know his company's name.
Well, then it's simple. We will just use the registry.
Can you do that?
Sure thing. Alia, how come? You dated a man and you didn't tell me anything about it?
I don't know. I didn't want to tell anyone about it. In fact, I thought it was right to keep our love a secret for as long as we could. I'm sure you can understand why I wanted to do that.
Yes. You've always been not of this world.
I have a bad feeling about this. Maybe He found out that I tried to kill myself and decided he didn't want a crazy wife.
That is ridiculous. I don't believe that, and he wouldn't believe it if he loved you. So don't worry. We're going to find your Igor.
You know what I found at Natasha's?
So now I wonder why she would do that.
It looks like she's pregnant. She was throwing up yesterday.
So, I wonder who your stepmother could be pregnant by.
What do you mean?
Alia, my girl, you're a doctor. Don't you realize that your father, at 70 years old with an aortic aneurysm, could conceive this child only in a fairy tale?
Is this going to take long? I have a lot of things to do.
Well, it's up to you.
What's this about? Why did you call me?
Well, we also had to go and re-examine all of the samples taken from your late husband's autopsy, because there were quite a few unanswered questions after the first examination.
What questions? It was a heart attack.
At the examination, the pathologist found a drug in your husband's blood that is known to cause an instant heart attack. And we strongly believe that the drug must have been administered via the champagne glass he drank from seconds before the incident happened.
Are you saying he was murdered?
Yes, your husband was murdered. We have opened a criminal case under Article 115 of the Criminal Code.
Albina. Dear.
Hello, Ilya Maratovich.
It's good to see you. I'm so glad you're doing well.
Here's your coffee. Can I get you anything?
A bottle of water.
And yet it's not quite all right. Thank you for finding the time.
Yes. You're the daughter of my friend and business partner. What is it that I can do for you?
Strange things are happening around me, and I also need to figure things out.
Your water.
No thanks, I got it.
I found some emails in my dad's inbox to someone named Maria. And every month he sent her money. You don't know anything about that?
No. Did you ask Natalia? Did you?
I don't really think I can trust her. Ilya Maratovich, can you find someone for me?
So please tell me, were you at all close to him when he collapsed to the floor?
No, I was on the other side of the room.
So tell me, who was next to Pavel Olegovich? Try to remember, it's extremely important.
It was full of people. Larionov, his business partner, his wife, Zinkovich, and I think, yes, Albina. Albina was the closest.
Tell me, has Albina Pavlovna checked out of the hospital yet?
Yeah. She's home now, but she suffered a severe head injury. Her memory hasn't fully recovered. She can't remember that night.
Nevertheless, I'd like to see her, so let me know when I can talk to her.
Do you realize what this means? They're probably already suspicious of me. I erased all his emails.
Natasha, don't worry. I know an IT guy. He'll make sure no one will ever find a trace of those letters. I'm on it.
They're rushing to interrogate Albina. She'll say she saw the mail and I destroyed it.
We simply can't let that happen. God knows what she'll say to them now in her condition.
I think she's back.
Natasha, I love you. Don't be afraid. I'll see you tomorrow.
Come on, see you tomorrow. Where have you been?
Nowhere, out for a walk. Are you okay? You look upset.
It's okay, you're just imagining things.
Natasha, Are you pregnant?
Alia, what's with the weird fantasies? Of course I'm not. I think you should continue your sessions with Bogachev.
I will, don't worry about that. But I'm not sure Bogachev can help in this situation.
Good morning, Vladimir Evgenievich. Please.
Hello there.
Your eyelids are getting heavy. You're falling asleep. Recall again the events of that evening. What do you see?
I'm at my dad's birthday party. There's lots of guests. Dad, hi, happy birthday to you.
Thank you, dear.
Dad's in a bad mood. Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's just fine. One guest showed up uninvited. But other than all of that, everything's good.
Pavel Olegovich, it's very good to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Hello, darling. When will you introduce me to your father?
Something has come up, and Daddy's not in a good mood. Let's do it another time.
Whatever you say, sweetheart.
Leave my daughter alone immediately and get out of here.
Dad, what's going on? You don't know him.
You are the one who does not know what this man here really wants from me. Just go and get out of here. Let's go.
Dad grabs my hand and pulls me away. I don't understand anything
Let's
at
go
all.
to the hall. Everyone's waiting.
You must go and break up with this man immediately. Do you hear me?
Dad, stop it. Don't ruin the party.
We're going to make a toast. Come on, let's go.
Mashenka, my dear friend, let me once again congratulate you on your anniversary and wish you many years of life from the bottom of my heart. Good health while you have everything else. Live in harmony with the world and with yourself.
The Jubilee boy has no glass. Hey, waiter.
Thank you so much for the kind words, for your good wishes. Thank you all. For the
And
good
to
wishes.
your talent.
Here, Dad, have a glass.
So the glass your father drank from was given to him by you?
He didn't have a glass. Igor gave me a glass, and I handed it to my dad.
For your talent and for your dedication to our cause and to many more.
Everybody clinks glasses.
Thank you, everyone.
Daddy's starting to drink. He's not feeling well.
Pasha. Pasha. Pasha.
Ambulance now!
Pasha.
Daddy? Daddy? Talk to me. Talk, please.
Please, dear,
Yes?
don't ever forget how much I love you.
I'm here. I'm with you, Dad. Dad, please call an ambulance.
Calm down. Just calm down. On the count of 3, you'll wake up. 1, 2, 3.
Oi,
How are you feeling?
I'm fine, just a little headache. Natasha? Ilya Maratovich? What are you doing here?
Natalia asked me to be here. She's worried about you.
We're acting in your best interest.
I don't understand.
Albina Pavlovna, as your attending physician, I believe that your current condition requires an inpatient stay.
What do you mean? What exactly do you think is wrong with me?
You have delusional fantasies. Everyone you've talked to in the last few days can attest to that.
Natasha? Ilya Maratovich? Wait a second. If Igor were here right now... Ilya Maratovich, were you looking for Igor? I asked you to.
Tell her then.
Albina, I have been looking for him non-stop, but the person with the information you gave me doesn't exist. And the phone number you provided for him is also registered to you.
Well, yeah, sure, that's right. He needed a second SIM card and he'd forgotten his ID, so the number was registered to me.
Albin, Igor never existed. With your head injury, damage to the right frontal lobe, people often have what is called a false memory.
A false memory? You're all crazy, aren't you? I remember his every feature. I remember his voice.
That's exactly how it happens.
I'm sorry. He and I lived together. He proposed to me and he gave me a ring. He was at Dad's anniversary party. Dad even saw him.
Igor is and was only seen by you. You lost your beloved father and your unconsciousness replaced him with an ideal fiancé.
Is this some conspiracy? I don't want any part of it. Excuse me, I'm leaving.
Madam, please follow us. Come on, madam. Follow us, please. Please, come on. Don't make this difficult.
Of course I'm alone.
I am here to see Albina Vilensky. This is all just a
Episode 2.
misunderstanding. You have no right to keep me from her.
Lady, I will tell you again. This is a private clinic. Only relatives are allowed to visit and only with the permission of the head doctor.
Well then, go and call your head doctor.
What's this?
Good afternoon, doctor. This woman wants to see her friend. She's not on the visitors list. It's the first time I'm seeing her.
And you'll never see me again. Call your administration or I'll come back here with the police.
I'm a doctor at this clinic. What happened here?
Well, listen. A friend of mine was sent to your clinic out of the blue. I can't get hold of her, and I could barely find the place.
Are you sure that it's out of the blue?
It's not funny. I saw her 3 days ago, and she was completely sane.
That doesn't mean a thing.
Look, I've known Albina Vilenskaya for 10 years. She is the most sane person I have ever known. We work together. She's a brilliant pediatric cardiac surgeon.
Hang on. The Albina Vilensky is in our clinic?
Yes, it's her. Please help me find out what happened to her.
All right.
Good morning, Maxim Yurovich.
Hello. Vadim Evgenovich. Hello.
Greetings, Maxim Yurevich. Is it something urgent?
Well, yes. I spoke to a woman at the front desk and she claims that Albina Vilensky, the surgeon, is here.
Yes, it's true. But that's confidential information. You do realize the reputation of our clinic?
Yes, I know. Is she seriously ill?
It's more than just serious. And why are you so interested?
Well, I met her a month ago. She operated on Lena. Saved her life. She seemed perfectly sane to me.
That's a good point. She was. The first signs of illness often go unnoticed, especially in people who lead very lonely and isolated lives. That was the case with Albina Vilensky until she attempted suicide.
Are you sure? Tried to kill herself? Would you mind if I visited her?
I would. This patient is supervised by me. She's in no condition to have any outside contact.
I see.
Victoria Yurievna, your pill. Albina Pavlovna, please take your pill.
Well?
It doesn't make sense. Did she really want to kill herself?
I don't believe that. She's a doctor. Do you know what she's like? She's a fighter. She has nerves of steel.
Yes, but you can't completely rule it out.
And her diagnosis, have you seen the chart?
No, it's in the head doctor's office. He's personally in charge of her. The nurses only keep prescriptions.
Yes.
She was prescribed a strong psychotropic drug.
They're turning her into a vegetable. I'm quite certain it was her stepmother that had her locked up in the clinic.
How come?
To change the will and get all of Vilensky's inheritance. And as it turns out, Pavel Olegovich was murdered.
Yes, it's obviously all very strange, but we can't completely rule out that she's sick. Bogachev is not stupid. He would never risk the reputation of the clinic. Surely.
You don't believe me?
I have to go. I'll call you if I hear anything.
Maxim, please help her.
Notary office.
Deadline is in 2 months. Natasha, you know what the law states. On the basis of the certificate, I suspend the inheritance case until you give birth to this child. And in case of birth of a living child, the child will inherit all of the assets of your late husband. You'll become his guardian until he comes of age.
But you know it's not Pasha's baby.
You were married to him. The pregnancy occurred when he was still alive, so as far as the law is concerned, it's his child.
And what if someone wants to challenge it? Can they sue?
Are you referring to the biological father now?
Or Albina?
Albina Pavlovna, hello. Recognize me? Sorry, it's a silly question. I just see so many different people on a daily basis. Albina Pavlovna, I know that you didn't take your medicine. I didn't inform anyone and decided to talk to you first.
Okay, Zoya Stepanovna, we'll take you for treatment.
Where is it?
I spoke to your friend earlier, Dasha. She's very worried about you. Is there something you'd like to say?
Where's my cone? Who? Who took my cone away? Give it back! Give me
Albina,
back my cone!
I wanted to ask you something. I really need your help. Can you remember little Liana Krasnova? She had a heart defect. Well, the murmurs came back, and doctors don't know what to do.
Lena Krasnova, age 7, with an
Yes.
aortic valve defect. What kind of murmurs were on the ultrasound? Did the Holter show anything? Maybe her sinus nodes? If so, it's not dangerous, and will probably go away on its own. Do you have any idea who her primary care physician is now?
You are perfectly normal.
Get out of here.
Svetlana Andreevna.
Yes?
Maxim Yurovich.
I beg of you, don't give me away.
Yes?
Come here.
It's theoretically possible. But to arrange for an expert examination, you need a convincing testimony from witnesses who knew about your relationship. And the courts are very reluctant to accept such claims.
But you know how much I loved Pavel. There is so much I owe him. I don't want to be disloyal to him, even in death.
If you loved him, you wouldn't be tainting his name by telling the entire public that he's not the father of your child right now.
Open your mouth right now. I said open your mouth now. Now drink up.
I'll do it.
I don't think you will. Swallow it. I said swallow it.
What's going on?
Maxim Yurevich, she will not take her medication.
You're degrading her and her dignity as a person.
I have 6 rooms to go to. What dignity? Do you want me to spend an hour in each?
I will if you want to work here. Give me the medicine, I'll do it. You're free to go.
Thank you. I am really trying my best. Not to lose myself by remembering all that was good about having a normal everyday life. like seeing the sunrise, so that I don't lose my mind.
Can I help with anything?
I need to make a call. Can I use your phone?
Yes, Maxim Yurevich.
Hi, Dasha, it's me.
Alia.
Listen, I don't have much time. Can you help me? I need to get into my dad's email account. I don't really know the password, though. I think it's my birthday.
Sure, don't worry, I'll do it. I've got a computer genius at home.
You'll find an email to someone named Maria. Write down the address. Look, it's p.vilensky@gmail.com. Got it?
Yeah?
I know it's bad to read other people's emails, but my dad is gone.
Alia, it was murder. There's a criminal case.
What?
Natalia didn't tell you. I'm trying to reach the investigator.
Maxim Yurevich?
Yes, what?
You are needed in Ward 4.
Yes, I'll be right there.
Dad was murdered. I can't wrap my head around that.
Okay. Keep your chin up.
Thank you. Must you go now? Go, or I will lose my last link to the outside world.
My deepest sympathy. Hang in there.
They're all gone. It was a wasted effort.
Empty. Can you restore it?
Listen, Mom, are you even aware that this is, well, sort of really illegal? Article 272, 6 months to a year in prison.
Artem, a person's life depends on this.
Now that is very interesting. Someone messed with it. The protocol has been changed.
Restore it.
Mom, that will take me 24 hours. I've got exams coming.
Artem, I know about your exams. You play games all night. For once, do what your mother asks of you.
All right, sure. I will try. But no promises.
Where's my code? My code. Give me. Oh, give me my code. My code. Give me. Give me.
Albina? For you.
Thank you. You are very attentive. I imagine your patients must be very fond of you.
My patients are a peculiar crowd. Besides, all my thoughts have been with one of them. I thought I'd tell you that you were prescribed the drug that causes hand tremors. If you don't tremble, the doctor or nurses will suspect that something's off.
Tremors, is it?
Okay, not that much. I'm sorry, I just thought I'd tell you.
I apologize, it's just an extremely bad memory.
You remember something?
A man who used to take my hand in the past tried to kill me by pushing me off the balcony.
Have you told anyone? Relatives and investigators should know.
But I'm crazy. No one will believe me. They're trying to convince me that he never existed at all. And Dad always said that a man could only be with me for the money. I didn't believe it. I thought I could just be loved. I was wrong.
Look, Albina. You're the most incredible woman I've ever met in my life. You seem strong inside, but you're fragile. I feel like I want to protect you, okay? Okay.
Maxim Yurevich?
Yes. It's terrible that you ended up here.
You look pale. Couldn't you sleep, Natasha? We must take care of ourselves and our child. That's the most important thing.
I'm just so tired of hiding. Hiding our relationship and being afraid.
It'll be over soon. And you and I will be together forever. How's Albina?
She's at the Bogachev clinic. She has a delusional disorder. They put her on haloperidol. Just imagine. She's invented a fiancé, Igor. Talks about him all the time.
Really? Oh, the poor girl. Natasha, you did the right thing. You saved her from prison.
Yes. Only you know. I still can't believe she could do it.
Hi, Svetlana Andreevna. All good?
Hello, Maxim Yurovich. I can't complain.
How is Zoya Stepanovna doing?
She didn't complain.
Great, so the drug is working? What about Albina Vilenskaya?
She's fine. She slept well.
Why is she lying like that? What's wrong?
She spat out the pills again. Darn.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Albina, what's wrong? Call for resuscitation! Quickly, quickly!
ER.
I found her 20 minutes ago.
I've been informed. And now?
It appears to be drug poisoning. Weak pulse. We'll try to get her out.
I heard that you spoke with Vilenskaya even though I forbade you. Why'd you get involved?
Vadim Evgenovich.
What?
I spoke to her and knew she was off her meds.
What? Do you realize what you've done? She was saving her meds for another suicide attempt and you said nothing? If the patient dies, it'll be on your conscience.
Well, I had my doubts about the diagnosis and prescribed treatment, Vadim Evgenovich.
Shall I remind you that patients can be extremely devious and deceitful?
Let's pack it up.
What did she tell you? About her conspiracy theory? That she doesn't trust anyone?
Someone tried to kill her.
Yes, who? Was it Igor by any chance?
Yes, Igor.
Igor is part of her false memories. A replacement for her dead father. She attributes all of her actions to him. Vilenskaya is delusional and suicidal. If she does pull through, I will be administering electroconvulsive therapy to her immediately, and you...
I'm prepared to be punished, including dismissal.
Get to work. For now.
Dasha? Dasha?
Maxim, I have some news. It turns out that Vilensky...
I've got some bad news too. Albina almost died.
How?
How? Well, she tried to commit suicide again last night. She saved her pills and took them all at once.
How is she?
In a coma. It's my fault. I believed in her fantasy. I thought Bogachev had misdiagnosed her. But it seems she actually is delusional and suicidal.
Bogachev?
Yes, our head doctor.
Look at these. They are the printouts of Vilensky's letters. Don't ask me how I got them. It turns out that...
No subject.
He wrote his
Pavel
last letter to Maria
Vilensky. Masha,
Bogacheva.
at the beginning
He's
of the
been
month,
transferring
I
money to her for
transferred you
years.
the same amount as usual. Please
We must
confirm
find out
receipt.
how Bogachev
I
and
hope you're
Vilensky
doing
are
well.
connected.
I think of you often and hope that I was able to at least partially correct the mistake I made. No subject. To Pavel Vilensky. I will destroy you and everything you hold dear.
It is for your own safety, Albina Pavlovna. You tried to take your own life again.
That's not true. Some man came into my room and tried to kill me.
Was it Igor?
No, I didn't see his face.
Calm down.
I don't know. Please let me go.
It must have been him. But don't you worry now. Igor won't be bothering you anymore. You will sleep much better tonight, my dear. Rest now.
Perhaps you're interested in my husband's collection. Please come in. Right this way. You know, I was waiting for the day that someone would show a bit of interest in his unique collection of Perestroika-era art collection.
Listen, Maria, the thing is...
We're journalists. We are preparing a story on Pavel Vilensky.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to discuss this with reporters. I must ask you to leave my house.
No worries. Then I will just write that you had an extramarital affair and a child with Pavel Vilensky. Oh, our readers just love those kinds of stories.
Well then, I'm just going to sue your publisher for defamation.
He's been transferring money to you every month for years now. We have the proof. What was that, alimony?
Are you crazy? Pasha was transferring me interest from an account that belonged to my late husband. Here are the boys. Pasha Vilensky, Nikita Panin, and Zhenya Bogachev, my husband. They'd been friends since first year of law school. Pavlik was always very ambitious. Even in school, he dreamed of becoming a lawyer and never stepped off that train. Whilst Nikita and Zhenya went into business together in the late 80s.
What kind?
Importing the first computers to the Soviet Union. They were doing well. But then Nikita had a fallout with Zhenya.
Tell me, when may I be able to have a word with your stepdaughter?
That will not be possible. Albina is in a private psychiatric hospital. She's insane. I'm filing for guardianship.
Too bad. I was really hoping that she could clarify something for me. As you know by now, there was a complete guest list, and we have since identified all but one of the guests.
Who?
Igor Turniavsky.
The killer had just missed my husband's shoulder. Arrested on the second day, he immediately pointed Panin out as the client. There was a trial. Pasha Vilensky defended Panin and got a full acquittal.
Did Vilensky know he was protecting a murderer?
No. Since Panin denied it, Pasha thought that Nikita was framed by the competition.
So Vilensky actually won the trial?
Yes. So Panin was released. And then he finished what he started and killed my husband.
That's why he's been paying you all these years. He tried to make up for it.
No. He was giving back what was rightfully mine. And then, at the end of '93, my husband and Panin took their capital abroad and persuaded Pasha Vilensky to become the third beneficiary of a Swiss bank account with them. Those were turbulent times, and anything was possible.
Does that mean that when your husband left and Panin was imprisoned, Vilensky took possession of all the money?
Never. He acted like an honorable man and didn't take a single penny of it. But he couldn't find Panin's wife. She ran away from the creditors and just disappeared. But that money helped me to raise my son.
Your son is Vadim Bogachev? A psychiatrist?
Yes. And he has his own clinic now. I'm very proud of him.
Igor Chernievsky. Sorry, there's no such person. A part of my stepdaughter's fantasy, just a false memory. The consequence of head trauma.
Well, then that is very strange, Natalia Genadievna. Turns out that Albina made Igor up before she threw herself out of the window.
Possibly. I don't know. But he didn't come back to the party, did he?
That's the thing, he did. There was a tick next to his last name. But none of the guests could remember him, describe, or recognize him in a photo.
What is it?
I want to show you something. This is a surveillance tape. It shows the man who tried to kill Albina.
Could be an orderly.
The video from the room doesn't show anything. It's too dark. But I'm certain that this person is not one of our staff.
What makes you think anyone would want to kill her?
I visited your mother and she told me that Vilensky had helped your father's killer, Panin, get out of prison.
So you think I wanted to kill Vilensky to avenge my father? Listen, you have a bigger imagination than our
You had
patience.
the opportunity and the motive.
You know that my mother didn't tell you everything. After my father's murder, there was a second trial against Panin, and Vilensky defended him, but he lost. Panin was convicted and died in prison. Justice was served. I have no motive.
But it still didn't help bring your father back.
Stop trying to act like Sherlock Holmes. If I did want to kill Albina, I wouldn't have been dumb enough to do it on camera.
That's a good point. Everyone will believe it, especially after you've electrocuted Albina's memory.
Believe me, it would be better for her if her memory never came back at all. I'm going to show you something too. Sit. Now take a look.
What is it? What?
Look.
Dad, get a glass.
So your father drank from the glass that you gave him.
He didn't have a glass. Igor gave me a glass and I gave it to my dad, yes.
She actually killed her father. Gave him a poisoned glass. Although in her memory it was some mythical Igor who did it. Why do you think Vilensky disowned her at the last minute? Because he knew she was the killer.
Why would she kill her father? I don't understand.
He watched her every move. He stopped her from living her life.
Dad!
It's no wonder that she developed an unconscious hatred for him. I've been receiving calls from the investigator. He wants to question her. I'm trying to save Vilenskaya from the court, from the nut house, and disgrace.
Cancel the electroshock, Vadim Evgenovich, and find out who went into her room.
Listen, Krasnov, that's enough. You seem to have taken a fancy to your patient and demonstrate complete professional unsuitability. All right, you are no longer employed by my clinic. Dismissed.
How did you get Vilensky's correspondence?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
What do you mean? It matters a great deal. I need you to tell me how you got a hold of these letters.
I can't tell you that. They were mailed to me by who knows. But what it says is absolutely true.
I can't just take your word for it. In a couple of days, a team of experts will either confirm or deny all of your information. I'll call you in.
We don't have a couple days. Albina is in danger. Go to the clinic. She will confirm everything there.
I have already spoken with her doctor. Albina Vilenskaya suffers from a memory disorder, hallucinations, and suicidal delusions, and the law outright forbids interrogating people who are in such a mental state. Besides, she'll be declared insane and I won't be able to admit her testimony into evidence.
That's not true. That's not true. She is perfectly sane.
Ah, and you want me to believe you over the doctor?
Look, the doctor is the son of the woman Vilensky corresponded with for years. Here.
We'll check it out as soon as the expert reconstructs his email.
Seems like you aren't going after Vilensky's killer. You are not doing anything at all.
I am. But I have around 200 suspects to consider, and very little time.
Please, just request a second evaluation for Albina.
Okay, fine, but it'll take a few weeks.
No, that's too long.
That's the best I can do. Excuse me.
Well, please, listen. All I need is...
Have a great shift.
Oh, hi, Igor.
Hello?
I'll be 1 minute.
The chief requested that I keep you away from here.
I get it. I just left my spare car keys in the shed. You can check.
All right, I'll go. You wait here.
Good.
Where are those keys?
Albina, wake
What's
up.
going on?
Shh, 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 don't say anything. I'll get you out of here. I've turned the cameras off. Easy, 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 easy. Okay, quietly, quietly, quietly. This way. Let's go. This way. You see the ladder? Climb down and wait for me at the bottom. Okay?
Gosh, where is it? Why did you come here? You're not allowed in here. Where did you put those keys? They're nowhere.
Sorry, Igor. They must be at the car service. All right. Sorry. Go, go. Go.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, there.
Sit in the front.
Okay, yes.
It's a good thing that Maxim got you out. Otherwise, Natalia and Bogachev would have brought it to an end.
You think they're in on it?
No idea. But every one of them might want you dead. Pour the tea.
Albina, we don't have much time. The clinic must have already discovered that you're missing. They'll look for you first, but then they'll call the police. We'll have to find a place to hide you.
It's obvious. I'll take her to the cottage. Tema and Leshka won't let them hurt you. I want to show you something.
Maxime, thank you. You risked everything for me.
You're alive. Hi, Marina. What? Yes, no, I'm not free yet, no. I don't know yet. No, don't wait up for me. Uh-huh.
You have a wife, and you're taking risks for me. It's not right.
No, that's Marina. She's my sister. She lives with me. I've never been married. It didn't happen.
Here. Now look at your Natalia. Your father hired a detective to follow her. This was in his mail.
I must go and speak to her right away.
Are you crazy? At night?
Either Natasha's responsible for my father's death, or she may be in danger.
Albina, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be at the clinic.
Who's in this picture?
Where did you get this picture?
Who's that?
It's Volodya.
The father of your baby? This is Igor, my fiancé.
We met about 3 months ago. My car broke down. Volodya stopped to offer me some help.
Do you need help?
In the hour we waited for the tow truck, I got the impression I'd known him all my life. I fell in love.
Ah, here's the tow truck.
Then we met again.
Let's go.
And again. And
Thank
again.
Let's go.
I wanted to stop it. I wanted to break up, but he wouldn't let me go. He said he loved me, that he couldn't live without me. And then I fell pregnant. It was an absolute miracle. After trying so many times, I wanted to tell Pasha myself, but I was too late.
Why did you call him?
Who?
Your lover.
I was completely surprised to see Volodya at the reception. But he said he had come there as a journalist on duty.
Well, of course. I had put him on the guest list.
But why did he need us? Both of us.
Pavel Olegovich received threatening letters, promising to be let go of everything he held dear.
Do you think that Igor wrote those letters?
It's most likely. He pushed me off the balcony and tried to kill me at the clinic. Did you tell him what drugs I was prescribed?
I told him everything. I told him everything. And that Pasha had a heart condition. Oh no, this is all my fault. All my fault.
Natasha, what's the matter?
Oh no.
Maxine, call an ambulance. Take it easy, take it easy. Shh.
Oh, my baby.
Look, we have identified the suspect. Where is it? It's Nikolai Panin.
Nikolai?
Nikolai. Well, he's got quite a record. He cheated his credit, but he always got away with it. Unfortunately, he now owes the banks about 5 million rubles.
Now I see why Dad disinherited me. He wanted Igor. Well, Nikolai. To lose interest in me.
Yes, but Pavel Olegovich didn't realize that his wife was pregnant, and that his will would become completely null and void the very moment that Natalia and her unborn child became heirs to Vilensky's fortune. You became an unnecessary and dangerous witness for Panin.
I don't understand anything. I don't need this inheritance, but why did Dad do this? So was it because he saw us at his party together? How am I gonna survive through this?
You're right. And you won't.
I'm almost certain that if you had received the inheritance, Natalia Vilenskaya would have been Panin's victim.
But my father's inheritance is not large enough to commit a double murder, and besides, as I understand, Panin was always on the verge of being exposed.
One can be killed for less, but that's not the only issue here. In the 90s, Panin's father was convicted for the crime of murdering a business partner of his, Bogachev, and Panin defended Vilensky.
Yes, I know my father lost that case.
He didn't just lose it, Albina Pavlovna. Would you like some tea?
No, thank you.
Sure. We've pulled up all the materials from that case. It seems your father deliberately failed to call the witness who was supposed to provide Panin with a false alibi.
Did my father violate the attorney's ethics?
Your father found himself in a difficult position, but decided that the murderer must be punished, even if it was a close friend and confidant.
Well, that decision cost him dearly.
We have not officially put Panin Jr. on any of our wanted lists yet, so he doesn't go into hiding, but we've sent out an all-points bulletin, so if he's in Moscow, we'll find him soon. For now, we'll give you a bodyguard.
I'm glad you're both all right. It's a relief.
Maybe I shouldn't have saved him. I just don't see how I'm going to give Pasha's last name to the child of his killer.
Natasha, that's your baby. It doesn't matter. That's more important than the name and the circumstances. I was just with the investigator. He said they'll find Igor soon. I mean, Vladimir. And this nightmare will finally be over then.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, really. And I'm sorry for everything. I really meant well for you.
I know. Should I stay?
No, I have Dasha. And I'm guarded.
Mm-hmm.
Maxim is waiting for you. I think you two are very compatible.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Well, I think you deserve happiness. And you're bound to find it.
I really hope so.
I really believe it. All right, it's getting late. Go on.
All right, good night. Good night.
Good night.
So, is everything okay?
It is. I can finally say that Natasha's doing better. They'll keep her in the hospital for a bit, then discharge her.
It has seriously been quite the week.
Yes.
Excuse me, can you tell me... Easy, easy. That's it. What is it, my love? Aren't you happy to see me? Oh, this. Easy, easy.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yes. Yes.
How did you find me?
I found a tracker on your cell phone long ago. But I'm sorry, I was just so worried about you. So I had to know where you were. And how's the little guy? Huh? How are you?
I lost the baby.
Didn't I tell you? I told you to be careful. Right?
I already miss work so much.
What's stopping you?
Well, Panine must think I'm still in the loony bin.
Oh, I see. The two of us met in this building. It's where I first saw you. At the time, I thought you were amazing.
So why didn't you tell me?
I was shy.
Yeah?
I thought that you were surely seeing someone.
Do you think it's fate?
I'm sure of it. What is it?
I forgot. I just forgot to give Natasha her SIM card.
How about tomorrow? She's probably asleep by now.
No, she asked for it. I'll be right back.
All right, well, I'll wait in the car.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
What's going to happen to your husband's inheritance now?
Is that the only thing that's bothering you? The last will and testament is enforceable again. You're not getting anything.
You're wrong. Albina's alive. Lie down gently. Come on, come on. Come on, lie down. That's good. The court hasn't declared her incompetence yet. So she will be able to get married. Really? I think she'll be very happy to finally see her missing fiancé. Gently, just a little bit like this.
Natasha, is everything okay?
Come here. Don't scream. You'll be a good girl, won't you? Are you? A good girl? Speak of the devil. Stop.
No.
Take it easy.
The police are looking for you. You won't get far anyway.
I'm very lucky.
Why would you kill me? I'm crazy. No one will believe me anyway.
Because you are your father's daughter. Because you came from a rich and wealthy family. Well, I came from one once.
Igor, listen. Don't.
Because your father betrayed us.
Don't.
Yes, he betrayed us. When my mother and I were hiding from creditors, he spent our money. Do you understand? My mom died in a dirty provincial hospital, and I was put in an orphanage. That's when I realized what life was really like.
That's not true.
A year later.
Don't know. What do you think?
May I have your attention?
Yes.
Albinochka, Maxim, congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
You two make a lovely couple.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm absolutely certain that you'll be happy. My only regret is that Pavel didn't live to see this day. Take care of each other, guys. Good luck.
Yes.
Let's cheers.
Chin chin.
Oh, a kiss is in order.
Kiss, yes. Give us a kiss.
Yes, come on, guys. Give us a kiss.
Kiss her. Kiss her. Kiss her.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Quiet, 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 quiet.
Shh, quiet. Shh, quiet.
Now come and sit down. She hasn't eaten yet.
Go on. My dear, let us drink to Natasha and my little brother. Okay?
Let's do it.
To Natasha.
Thank you for talking me into having a baby. Well, you are my greatest happiness.
Our happiness. Right? You are our greatest treasure.